Look around Africa today, and you'll notice something unusual. Countries that were once known for calm politics and smooth elections are suddenly becoming hotspots for coups, military takeovers, and rising tension. And just when everyone thought the coup belt had stopped expanding, another country appeared on the list: Benin. On December 7th, something dramatic happened. Benin state television suddenly showed a group of soldiers in uniform. They called themselves the Military Committee for Refoundation, and they announced that President Patrice Talon had been removed from power. They said the borders were closed. They said the constitution was suspended. And within minutes, news outlets across Africa started reporting a full military takeover. For most people watching from the outside, it felt like the same story we've seen in other countries: soldiers taking control, politicians disappearing, and a long night of uncertainty. But then, something unexpected happened. Within hours, the government said the coup attempt had failed. 14 people were arrested. President Talon appeared back on television, calm and in control. Officials declared that order had been restored. And just like that, the coup was over almost as quickly as it began. But here's the truth that many people don't realize. The real crisis in Benin didn't start on December 7th. And it didn't start with soldiers walking into a TV station. According to many experts, the real damage began years earlier, quietly, slowly, and legally, under the very same President Talon. So in this video, we're not just looking at the failed coup. We're looking at the bigger story behind it. How a country once praised for its democracy slowly drifted into political tension. And why this attempted takeover was really just the final symptom of a much deeper problem. To understand what happened in December, we need to go back to Talon's years in power, a period that many Beninese describe as a turning point. When Patrice Talon was elected in 2016, he promised to modernize the country, fix institutions, and strengthen the economy. And in fairness, he did introduce major reforms. Roads were built, taxes were reorganized, foreign investors started paying attention. But behind the scenes, something else was happening, something that would slowly reshape Benin's political landscape. Opposition parties found it harder to operate. New electoral laws made it difficult for smaller parties to participate in elections. Several political figures were arrested or forced into exile. Protests were restricted, and critics said the government was tightening its control over every corner of public life. For many Beninese citizens, it felt like democracy was shrinking, not suddenly, but step by step. Analysts say this slow erosion of political freedom is what created the environment for December's chaos. Because when people feel locked out of the political system, frustration grows. When institutions become less independent, trust breaks down. And when power moves into the hands of a smaller and smaller group, instability becomes almost inevitable. So by the time the coup attempt happened, it wasn't just about a group of soldiers trying their luck. It was the result of years of pressure, political, social, and economic, building up under the surface. Even after the coup failed, many Beninese citizens are still asking important questions. Why did the soldiers think they could succeed? How deep is the anger inside the country? And is the government willing to address the tensions that led to this moment? Before we continue, if you find value in stories like this, turning complex news from across Africa into something clear and easy to follow, please consider liking this video and subscribing. It genuinely helps the channel and supports the work it takes to break these stories down. Now, here's where things become even more important. Many observers say the failed coup might actually be a sign of the political pressure building beneath the surface. Benin may look stable from the outside, but stability built on silence, fear, and reduced political space doesn't last forever. And unless the root causes are addressed, this may not be the last time the country faces a moment like this. Benin may have returned to calm, but the problems that created the crisis are still there. The deeper question now is whether the government will rebuild trust, or whether the country will continue drifting toward even more uncertainty in the years ahead.